स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारम्.
Here the sutra which Shiva says, look lovingly at some object. Do not go to another object. Here in the middle of the object, let the blessing happen to you. You see, you do not even have to choose a deity. You can choose anything with which you feel connected. If it is Coca-Cola bottle, okay. But the problem is, with the Coca-Cola bottle, you will have only lust, not love. When you see that bottle, you will think only what I can get out of it. Understand? Looking with love and looking with lust are two different things. When you see a beautiful man or woman, when you look, you only look what I can get out of that person. Then it is looking with lust, not with love. Love means what I can add to that person. What way I can be of some help to that person. If you decide or think of adding something, then it's looking with love. The moment you see and you start calculating what I can get out of that person, it is looking with lust. Understand? Looking with love, looking with lust, two different things. Here Mahadeva says, not only two different things, diametrically opposite. Diametrically opposite. Here Mahadeva says, look lovingly at some object. If you use the divine objects, it is lot more easy, because the possibility of lust is less. Possibility of love is more. From the young age you are taught to look with a love and respect. So it is easy to connect. It is easy to relate. Have any one deity or the photograph of the God or Guru. Try to look with a deep love without moving to the other object. Understand? That is the main. That is the basic thing. Do not move to the other object. The moment you start jumping to the other object, you are tired of this object. The love has disappeared. Understand? As long as love is there, that object is unique, not number. Not number. For example, if you are just a worker, maybe a clerk or a attendant, just a clerk in the office, if you die, nothing will stop. Somebody else will come, replace you. The job will continue, life will continue. You are just an utility, number, figure, that's all. But if somebody is in love with that same clerk, if the clerk dies, that person will never be again the same. Wherever you are just a number, even if you die, that mechanism will not suffer. Wherever you are in love with some object or person or somebody is in love with you, you become unique. Naturally, your death cannot be replaced. That person will miss you. That person's life will never be the same again. Love makes things unique. Love makes things unique. The other day, we were having an energizing ceremony here in the temple. All the Swamis, all of us are sitting and before preparing for the ceremony. One disciple, she asked me, Swamiji, every day you are seeing us. all our mistakes, confusions, are you not bored by us? It was a very honest question. Because they know sometime I tell them, do some new mistake, I will be entertained. Not the same mistakes. Because even to commit new mistakes, you need intelligence. She was asking that, don't you feel bored? I told, just because of my very love, I feel everybody is unique. Understand? I do not look upon the devotees or disciples as number. It is unique. That is why with so much of patience, I continue to work with everybody. If it is just a number, forget about it. Next person will do the work. Over. Devotees or disciples are not number for me. Because of my love for them, they are unique. Everybody is unique. Of course, I never miss anybody just because of complete fulfillment. But otherwise, everybody adds something. Everybody is welcomed, is expected, is needed, is wanted, is required to be here. Every individual is unique. Same way, when you are in love with the Master, he is needed, he is unique. When that love is not there, one more Swami, we can go to the other Ananda. What is there? If you just type only Nityananda, at least 200,000 websites are opening. Just Nityananda. If you type Swami Nityananda, I don't know how many million websites will open. And if he is not, then some other Swami, that's all. If you are a number, you can be replaced. If the love, element of love comes to play between you and the other person, you are no more a number. You are unique being, irreplaceable, unique being. Love adds life even to the person. With love, the person is a spirit, life. Without love, the person is reduced to a thing, utility. Without love, when you look at somebody, a beautiful man or woman, and planning for what I can get out of that person, you are reducing him to a thing, not as a being, as a spirit. Only when you look at that person with a love, he is a spirit, he is a living being. When that love is not there, he is a thing. That is why whenever people look at you with lustful eyes, you feel repulsive. It looks ugly. You just cover yourself. You just hide yourself. You want to move out of that place. Whenever somebody looks at you with a deep love, you just feel like being around that person continuously. Even if you get only one glimpse, one eye contact with him, you will be waiting for it. You will be just waiting for that one contact. Just waiting for that one glimpse, one look. It's a love which adds value to the uniqueness. Another one incident, at least with that Krishna incident which I said, it was a deity. It was a carved Krishna Murti. That is okay. There is another one small incident happened. I was traveling, I don't know which place, maybe around the area of Madhya Pradesh or Maharashtra. There was one small tree, and under that tree the 3 bricks which is used for construction is kept with turmeric powder applied on it and some puja being done. Usually in the evening time when I rest, I'll search for some brick for the head to keep the head and lie down. I saw that area, nobody was there, just the 3 bricks were there. And I did not know that it was being worshipped by some villager as a deity. And I just picked up that brick and put it for my head and lie down. And really, in 10 minutes, one village guy, elderly person, is running towards me. His house was maybe 1 mile away. He ran towards me, and when he came near me, understood I am a sadhu. Because I was a sadhu, he did not beat me. He told, do you know, this is Shiva, I worship. He appeared in my dream and told that you are lying on him. Truth, really. Understand? So that's why I came here. And he brought a small pillow. That's another beautiful thing. He brought a pillow. Lie down on this pillow and leave him there. Put that murti back. From 1 mile, he was lying down in his home. He says, I had a dream. Shiva told me that one sadhu is lying on me. Take that. And he brought the pillow and told me to put the brick that side. We don't know who all are having connection to what all. Just this deep love for that ordinary brick, which is used for construction, can create a telepathy power in him. Understand? I read an article. American Army is trying to develop telepathy power to use during the war times. They are doing some research and development to use this telepathy, sending message through the mind. Understand? Ordinary villager, just his love for a brick. Of course, I'm afraid to use the word brick again now. He may get a... I don't think he is dead. Only that elderly lady was dead. I don't think he is dead because I never tried to trace him also. Anyhow, just simple love to the ordinary looking brick can create such a deep telepathy connection between him and Mahadeva. Then understand, between him and Shiva, this ordinary brick is acting like a cell phone. You can't imagine the way in which that guy ran towards me and the way in which he was shouting at me. Just because I'm a sadhu, he left me. Otherwise, I would have had the puja. The puja from him. Just I want all of you to understand the power of love. The power of simple love. It was a simple love. And actually during British time, all the milestones in the Indian highway used to be yellow painted. There was a big problem because from next day all the local villagers started worshipping all the milestones. No, really. Then they changed the color and changed it to green paint. Because for Indian villages, nothing is needed. Just a clear some shape is enough. Everything is God for us. Everything is God for us. Let me describe this incident that may throw a deeper light for you. It was a very intimate discussion between me and one of my enlightened disciples. Maybe, if you are new, you should know, few of my disciples had the fortune and had the enlightenment experience. Not only had, and of course enlightenment once happens, it stays with you. He was asking me, Swamiji, after this experience, whatever books I read, many points I can say are my experience, but many points are not my experience. How can I understand whether I am fully enlightened or not? Or how is that points? Are they right or wrong? There is a very beautiful incident in Ramana Maharshi's life. I quoted and gave him the answer. Understand, this one incident can completely open up and give you a new click or new glimpse towards the truth. Ramana Maharshi says in his teaching, when in his conversation, I never read any spiritual literature or the literature related to spiritual knowledge except one or two books before enlightenment. He says, I achieved the Brahmajnana without knowing the word Brahman. And after I achieved the experience, when I was going through the books, I was able to clearly experience whatever is written is my personal experience. This was the discussion he was doing. Later on, some disciple asked him, Bhagavan, how can every word written in that book can be your personal experience? He was bringing up some point in that book. It is written like that, some traditional book. Enlightened masters can do all this. But in your experience, you are not doing all that. Some materialization or miracles. Bhagavan says, when I say all those things are part of my experience, my inner space is so vast, I can see very clearly, including materialization, everything can happen. It is not necessary that I should do it and show. But in my inner space, I can see very clearly it can happen. Understand? If you have the clear confidence and feeling, yes, I can see the divine. It can happen in me. I have such enough inner space and love. Be very clear. Already you passed that state. You passed that much. You can now start the next level. You can now start the next things. You don't need to sit there and prove. Sitting there and proving is only needed as long as you have doubt. You have doubt. Bhagavan says very beautifully, I am very clear the materialization can happen inside my inner space. I can very clearly do. That is the reason. I don't have to prove myself or to prove to others that I can do. I asked him, do you have that clarity? He said, yes. I do. I am very clear. I can do it. Only thing I do not, the feeling is not coming up strongly from the navel center. That any thought has to come from the navel center, only then you will be able to execute. That is not happening. But the possibility is there inside the body. I can feel very clearly. My nerves are saying it is possible in me. See, your nerves will never tell lie to you. Your mind will tell lie to you, but never your body. Your nervous system will never tell a lie to you. Your nervous system can never tell false things to you. He said, I am very clear. I can do that. Then that's all. You do not have to prove. Understand, when you have this love, your inner space will become such, there are many things you will not ask to be proved. You will not asking for the clear logical reason. Suddenly you will just feel connected. That's all. People who cannot experience, understand the space of being in love with the Master cannot understand the truth. That's why I always tell, we are not cult, we are a culture. Understand, there is a big difference between these two. There is a big difference between these two. When you are in deeply love, you will see the uniqueness of the truth, and everything will become alive, reality to you. And you will see every step you take in your life feels ecstatic, feels joyful. I cannot imagine from 1 mile somebody running with a pillow saying that you are sleeping on my God. Understand the strong telepathy connection. With an ordinary brick, I am sure nobody saw and called him in cell phone, because those days there was no cell phone in the villages. And surely nobody can see and go and tell him. And if somebody went and told him, he would have only brought the stick, not the pillow. But he brought the pillow. He says, Shiva told me, you are lying on him, you have the pillow and leave him, put him there, back in his place. Love can create such a deep connection, and it can open up many dimensions in you. It can awaken many possibilities in you. So understand this technique. You can try, even in this next gap, you will have a small break. Every day we will see 2 sutras. 2 sutra and a small break. We will have, even this small break, try to go and sit in front of any one deity which you really love, or any other object which you really feel loving. Sit in front of it. Look very deeply, lovingly. Just become look. Let your consciousness be completely centered on your eyes. Let your hand, leg, body, everything lose its very existence. Let you forget about all those things. Let everything disappear. Let you just become eyes. Look deeply, with a deep love, for few minutes, without jumping into the other object. If you jump to other object, come back. Get back. And just sit with a deep love, completely in a relaxed way. You will see a very deep silence, very deep bliss, very deep blessing starts coming out of your system. You need to understand one more thing. All techniques can lead only to peace. When the peace settles inside your system, bliss will explode. Do not expect the bliss which is being expressed or shown in my body language. Meditation will lead you only to peace. And when the peace settles inside your system, when your nerves are cleaned, when your nervous system is cleaned by the peace, the settling peace, the bliss will explode. You will start expressing the bliss which is expressed in the master's body language. Try this meditation technique with any one deity, with a deep love and silence. Let the blessing happen to you. Let the blessing happen to everyone. We'll have a small break, and after that we will have the next session, the next sutra, and few of your question answers. If you have any question, you can drop. Leave your questions here. I'll answer. Let's gather for next session. Thank you. It is because of that concentrated energy in Garva Mandir, your prayers became reality. You should understand one thing, how our prayers became reality. How our prayers comes to real life, how they become reality. you keep a slide in front of a projector light, you will see that slide in screen as a reality. If you keep a temple slide, you will see the temple. If you keep an actor's slide, you will see that actor. If you keep an actor's slide, you will see that actors. Whatever you keep in front of a projector light, you will see that in reality. Same way, whatever thought you keep in front of a concentrated energy, you will see that that thought will become reality. The garmandis of temples are a high intense energy, potential energy which is created by an enlightened master and maintained by a regular puja and mantras. Continuous repetition of mantras charges the whole energy, the whole space. It is kept alive. When you go and stand in front of that energy field, when you offer your thoughts, simply the whole thing becomes a reality. For example, if you are continuously repeating a particular thought strongly again and again, you will see your body and mind, everything will be directed towards that thought. Same way, when you go and stand in front of an energized murti, in front of energy space in the temple, and create a thought, create a wish, your whole body and mind will be tuned to that thought. Naturally, it will become reality in your life. In the temples, two things will happen. First thing, you will have the Shakti to make your dreams into reality. Next thing, you will have the Buddhi to realize what you think as reality itself is a dream. Shakti to make your dreams into reality, Buddhi to realize the reality itself is a dream. Both happens when you are in energy space. Temples are created to replace an enlightened master's presence. Enlightened masters, when they leave the planet Earth, when they leave their body, they wanted there should be some space which can continuously inspire the people, which can continuously heal, inspire, which can give them the experience of spirituality and the sacred feeling. That is the reason they have created these structures. And you should understand the energizing process. It's a beautiful sloka in Taittiriya Upanishad. They say, from Akasha came the Vayu, from Vayu came the Agni, Agneir Apa Prithvi, Prithipyor Annam, from Agni came the water, from water came the earth, from earth the other things continued. Same way, the energy is also brought. First thing, the energy exists beyond the ether, beyond the space as Atman, Atma Shakti. Through the visualization or through meditation, the energy is brought to the Akash Shakti, the space. From there, through verbalization, through mantras, it is brought to the air. Through the chanting of mantras, it is brought to the air. From there, through the fire rituals, through homas, it is brought to the fire. From there, it is brought to the kumbha, the water. From there, it is brought and installed in bimba, the idol. That is the way the energy is brought and installed inside the statue or the idol, inside the murti, inside the vigraha. When the energy is installed inside the vigraha, you can't call that as a statue, it becomes a deity. There's a big difference between idol and deity. In Vaishnavism, we call it Archavatara. Different incarnations of God. God has taken different incarnations. He took the incarnation of Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Parsurama, Kalki, so many incarnations. Same way, he takes the incarnation of Vigraha, Archavatara, to receive the worship and prayers of devotees. Once the energy is installed, once the prana pratishtha is done, once the energizing is done, it cannot be called anymore as idol. It is Archavatara. We call it as incarnation of God. The divine descended in the form of idol, Vigraha. They say in a beautiful way, the Brahmanda expresses itself in Pindanda through the idols. The cosmic energy radiates itself, makes itself available to us through these idols, through these vigrahas, through these statues. We need to understand how it is possible and how we can derive benefit from it. Even Einstein says there is no such thing as a matter and energy separately exists. We don't have a clear-cut boundary between matter and energy. After Einstein, the very idea matter and energy has disappeared, because he says whatever is energy. When he says E equal to mc square, whatever exists is energy. That is what the Upanishad says there. Last statement of science is E equal to mc square. Whatever is energy. The first statement of Upanishad is Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Whatever exists is energy. So the last statement of the science is the first statement of Upanishads. Whatever exists is energy. When whatever exists is energy, why not? We'll be able to relate to that energy through these idols. Idols are the windows through which you can see the vast empty sky, through which you can see the whole sky. Sky is the Brahmanda. Idols are the windows through which you can see the Brahmanda. You can relate with the Brahmanda. For example, if suddenly some tsunami or some natural calamity happens, all of us have lost our cell phones except one person. Only one person has got one cell phone. If he says that I can speak through this small thing to the other part of the world, will you believe? No, we won't. We will not believe if he claims I can speak to anybody who is in the other part of the world just with this small instrument. First thing, you will not be able to believe. You will become a great saint. We will start worshipping him, respecting him. That's the same thing happened in our Eastern culture also. Temples are cell phones. In those days, everyone was able to relate. Today, the tsunami of Western civilization has entered and destroyed the whole thing. Tsunami of the cultural invasion happened and destroyed the whole thing. Now only few are able to operate that cell phone. First thing, the younger generation, they are not ready to believe the cell phone works. Next thing, if at all you see some proof, you make him a saint and you say, oh, it is such a big job, very difficult job, he is able to do, he is a great saint, an enlightened person. But I tell you, cell phone works and it is very easy. Not only it works, it is very easy. It is for common man. It is for common public. It is for all of us. Just because we lost few keys, we can't say this lock can never be opened. Just because we lost few techniques, we can't say our ancestors are fools for building these huge structures. They are not as we think. What is the scale? You see, the Satchitananda should become more and more. That is the scale, whether you are growing or not. Sat means the clarity. Chit means being aware that you are clear. Ananda means enjoying that you are clear. If you are getting more and more Satchitananda, means you are becoming more clear, more aware, more blissful, then continue. This is the right path. If that is not happening, then something is wrong. If everyone is enlightened or awakened, how will the creation happen? Which includes the prema and kama, the very natural phenomenon. God is not dependent on you to run the world, don't worry. He is surely more intelligent to run his creation. And before you took birth, it's not that world was not running. And after you die, don't think world will disappear. So, whoever has put the question, be very clear. God is independently intelligent to create and run, maintain without your direct help. So, you better get enlightened. That will be the real help you will be doing for creation. Everybody comes and tells me, asks me, if everybody becomes Swami like you, how will the creation happen? Our world is not suffering because there is nobody to reproduce. There is too much of reproduction. Come on, next 10 years, stop reproduction. It is not even 1% of the population has become Swamis. And people have started worrying. As if from tomorrow the whole world is going to stop, everything is going to come to end. Don't understand, oh God. Actually, I personally feel we should all decide that already we have 620 crore people in the planet Earth. Let's all decide till we provide food, clothes, shelter and medical care for the 620 crore people, we should not bring any more people to the planet Earth. Now, that should be the right decision. So already we have 620 crore here. Come on. Let's provide food, clothes, shelter and medical care for these 620 crore. Then bring more and more. Neither we do this, nor we stop bringing more. One guy came to me in Kalpataru and he said, Swamiji, I am suffering with poverty, please do something. I said, let me know the reason, then I'll try to help. Tell me the reason. He said, I have 14 kids. I said, 14, God. And anyhow, I asked, 2 itself is too much in this society. Why did you give birth 14? He says, no, God gave. No, he doesn't have any shame or guilt or no problem. He's straight looking into my eyes and saying, God gave. I told him, I can help you about the future, not to have more poverty, but I can't do anything about the past. He said, at least give me some suggestions, Swamiji. I said, get a television set in your house. I said, why? Let you have some other entertainment. So whoever has put that question, please understand. Please quickly get enlightened. We need to stop reproduction. At least in India, I think we should seriously consider. And I think within the next 5 years, we are going to cross China as per the survey reports. But recently, I was studying some reports. India's population is no more India's weakness, it seems, because earlier we were 100 crore beggars, now we are 100 crore consumers, huge market. There is some advantage. But even then, don't start. It's good if you reduce. In your presence, meditation is being done 100% and experience is very, very wonderful. But if we do it at home, something is missing. Whatever is said and done, Master's presence does play its own role. But don't stop because you don't have the physical presence. You don't have to stop. Maybe once that strong vidarka gets established, you see, kudarka means negative reasoning. Darka means reasoning. Darka means reasoning. Kudarka means negative reasoning. Constantly criticizing, trying to find some reason. And vidarka means right reasoning. The right reasoning happens, the right connection happens. You may not need physical presence, but till then this missing will be there. Try to work on right reasoning. That is the only way to solve this problem. No other method. Swamiji, can we have more than one guru? Is it possible to see same divinity in all the gurus? Yes, you can have more than one guru. Please be very clear. Wherever you can, learn from all the sources. Like I always tell people, go to all gardens and pluck beautiful flowers and make a garland for you. Don't miss. And your ego is not that simple. It will die by one guru. It need to learn the lesson from all possible sources. So don't miss. I always tell at least my disciples, go to all gardens and pluck flowers, make a beautiful garland for you. Learn from all possible sources. Don't miss it. After all masters are here to enrich you. All of them are here to enrich you. That is the purpose. So learn from all possible sources and enrich yourself. Make your life blissful. That's all is the only thing. It's not like a shop. If you come to this shop, don't go to that shop. You can learn from all the sources. At least I tell my disciples, don't go to people who say don't go to others. That's all. Don't go to the people who say don't go to others. Otherwise, go to every source and learn from every source. After all, it's all about enriching you. Swamiji is doing pilgrimage to holy places, a process of cleansing. Surely, of late, after this so-called modern day spiritual ideas have come, this pilgrimage and all is lost its value. Means people are not doing it. I tell you, it really does something inside you. It's not just ritual. If you spend little time going around to the places without criticizing those places, just if you go to Varanasi, don't criticize the Ganga is dirty. What to do? 3 lakh people are landing every day. 3 lakh people are landing. These guys, they go on complaining, comparing with the Western countries and the different religious pilgrimage places. Nobody goes there. Naturally, it will be clean. Come on, Varanasi will be dirty. What to do? Per day, 3 lakh people are landing. 3 lakh people are taking bath only in Varanasi. 3 lakh is floating population. How can any city handle 3 lakh population? So it will be little dirty. Don't curse. Stop cursing, stop criticizing, and see the divinity behind. See our strength. How even from villages people come there by walk. See the positive side. See the largest gathering of human beings is Kumbh Mela. Even last Kumbh Mela I went, 91 million people gathered. Means 9 crore. The whole gathering was managed just by 7,000 policemen. Just 7,000 policemen. If all the pilgrims fit
that in that flood they will all disappear. No, just see what I am saying. No, if you are traveling to all other outside India, then you will understand. For 91 million people, how many millions of policemen they need to control. And the beautiful thing is not a single murder in that whole 42 days. Not a single crime. All very petty crime. Somebody stole 10 rupee, 20 rupee. That is okay. What is there? Nothing else. Such huge gathering happening so peacefully. You can see only in India. Be very clear. Only in India. And another funny thing, that city doesn't have an operating airport. Allahabad doesn't have an operating airport. Only army uses that airport. Public can't use. 91 million people, world's largest gathering of human beings, is happening in a city which doesn't have an airport. And usually that city can accommodate only 2 million. Means 20 lakh is the maximum possibility. The food and accommodation. But 90 million people come, they all eat, stay, take bath, disperse peacefully and beautifully. Understand? Look at the positive side. If you look at the positive side, everything will become inspiration. Everything will become inspiration. You understand? India has 10 million, 1 crore living temples and monasteries which are visited every day by people. Every day. So look at the positive side. Use all these things. It will all really help. I always tell people, do not leave our lifestyle. Do not leave our lifestyle. It really has value. It really has value. Am I connected to you from earlier lives too? If you are connected now, you are connected eternally. If you are not connected now, then don't bother, forget about it. Why always sincere and honest people suffer and evil people enjoy life the most? It is not true, Ma. It is not true, because we need to define enjoyment. In this question, we need to define the honest people and evil people, enjoyment, suffering. All these 4 words needs clear new definition. Please be very clear. Honest people does not mean they know the science of enjoyment. See, they may be honest. Honest means sometimes like even dumb guys are honest. See, many times you take dumbness as honesty, tamas as sattva. You take ignorance as innocence. No. Ignorance is not innocence. Tamas is not sattva. Dumbness is not honesty. Ability to live in this life and ability to keep yourself blissful is what I call honesty. So all these words need to be redefined. And moreover, you always have an idea, just because you are suffering, you are always right and a good person, and your enemy, just because he is enjoying, is a bad person. No, it is not. If you look inside, and one more thing, you need to understand one more thing. This question has to be understood from different angles. Just because somebody is living in a big bungalow, you can't say he is living happily. And just because somebody is living in a slum, you can't say he is suffering. And the same way, just because he is rich, if somebody is rich, immediately we give him the title, he is a bad guy. It is not. He must have earned. He must have worked for it. He must have done many things for it. So all these 4 words, honest people, suffering, evil people, enjoying, all the 4 words needs clear definition. If you look in, Dharma is still alive. Please understand. The words of Krishna has no expiry date. Dharma is still alive. I personally feel, from my experience, I am traveling all over the world, seeing all different peoples, culture, nations and everything. I really feel still the world is running perfectly as it should be. You may think I am practical, you may think I am impractical, you may think I am impractical, I do not know about it, but I feel things are as it should be. I have no word against the world and God. I have no negative word against the existence. If any of you think that you will do a better job, I'll tell him next time to give you the chance of creating the world. I feel I can't do a better job than him. He is doing his job perfectly. So if there is some problem inside us, we go on blaming him. So if you stop using God as a dustbin, putting all our dust, if you look, you will really understand everything is happening as it should be. I feel the whole cosmos is auspiciousness overflowing in auspiciousness. Is there life after death? Yes. It's from my experience. There is life after death. There is the reincarnation theory described in the Upanishads is true. Are we all in control of our own lives? Or is it all destiny? It's a beautiful question. See, if I am standing with two legs, I have full freedom to raise right leg or left leg or just stand. But if I have done one action of lifting the right leg, now I don't have freedom to lift the left leg. Understand? As long as you have not done any action, you have full freedom. If you have done some action, the bondage which is created to you by your own action is destiny. The bondage created to you by your own action is destiny. So you can always undo and restart again. The ability to action of undoing and restarting again is what I call unclutching. Undoing and restarting again. This clarity, if you have jnana. If you are able to live this truth, you are Jivan Mukta. That's all. That's the essence of everything. So now the whole problem about this, our will and destiny will be solved if you understand this one truth. Can we be forgiven for our negative karmas that haunt us all the time? There is nobody is there to forgive you. Don't bother. You just forgive yourself. That's all. There is nobody sitting there up taking accounts like Chitragupta. Don't bother. See, the Chitragupta is nothing but your own inner conscience. Your own inner conscience. Just you forgive yourself, you will be relieved. Don't bother. Do not carry. See, actually, what you did is not sin. What you are carrying is sin. What you are carrying is sin. I am not saying go and do whatever you want. I am not giving you license, or I am not giving you freedom to what you want. All I am saying is understand these basic truths. Do not suffer. There are many things for which you are thinking that you are going to suffer. Does not even get recorded. Doesn't even get recorded. So don't bother about this so-called Papa Punya and all that. See, only one thing gets recorded in the cosmos. That is violence. Only violence gets recorded. The suffering of others. Whatever you cause, the suffering for others, only that gets recorded. Nothing else gets recorded. So don't do that. That's all. Don't do that and do not suffer. Even if you torture yourself, it's a violence. Don't suffer. Don't bother too much about what will happen, these, that. Do not bother. There is no 42, 52 hells and heavens, different departments for different sins, and the moment you go, you will be burnt, boiled. Don't bother. There is the hell and heaven are not physical, they are psychological. They are psychological. Hell and heaven are not geographical, they are psychological. You forgive yourself, that's more than enough.
स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे
सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तं वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Few words about Thanksgiving before entering into the sutras. This Thanksgiving is one of the wonderful thing I learned from the West. Understand? I am very open and honest. Whatever is said and done, somehow the Thanksgiving idea was not there. The very idea did not get engraved so much in India. Only in the West, especially this function, this Thanksgiving function, I saw so much of importance and respect is given to it. And I understood, yes, there are some wonderful things we need to learn. In India, maybe there during Deepavali or something, but not keeping this as a main base or backbone structure. So this was one of the great thing, at least I learned from this country, from this tradition. And not only that, even verbally thanking is given so much of importance in this culture, which is needed. The Vedic tradition, the thanking or the gratitude, it has become more a spiritual quality. It was never a social quality. It was there, but more or less a spiritual quality. But here I saw it's vibrant, alive in every day-to-day life. It is a social quality which we need to really learn and imbibe. Maybe I can say this is a kind of a constant meditation, every day meditation. Whenever you say the word thank you, that's like a everyday meditation, reminding yourself. Okay, happy Thanksgiving. How the gratitude becomes a spiritual practice today. Very funny, but a very mystical incident. Today, the Pradosha Puja was there. Means before the discourse, around 5:30, the puja for Nandi. Today is the day Mahadeva gave Shivasutras to Devi. Pradosham is the day Mahadeva spoke these teachings, these sutras to Devi. Today we have one of the wonderful, very powerful technique, sutra. So we had the puja, Pradosha Puja. During that time, when Shiva gave the sutras to Devi, we usually do puja to Nandi. The story is that Shiva told Nandi to be in the entrance and take care of all the devotees and visitors who are coming, because he is giving the sutras to Devi. So that 1.5 hours, Nandi was in charge. Usually it is very easy to get things done by secretary, then going to the top. So all boons and whatever people ask, Nandi just disperses it, no problem at all. Because 1.5 hours, he is the authority. And it's like for just for a few hours, if you are given power, what will you do? You will just disperse everything to whoever wants. So anything you want which can't be done according to the dharma, some extra favors, that is the right time to approach. Nandi is the in charge. We always do the puja to Nandi. Today I went and sat there, and after the puja the archana started. I was in such a deep silence and samadhi. The archana was going on. Slowly, I saw behind me, the group which was sitting, 1 or 2 people were little uncomfortable, not settling down. Of course, I did not see physically, but because I was in samadhi, I can see very clearly what is going on in the minds, like a worms moving. I saw few minds little unsettled, little irritated. I was thinking, this presence, anybody will fall in tune so beautifully, so wonderfully. What is the problem? I saw few guys are not able to, were a little agitated because that brahmachari was chanting the mantra. He chanted the name Nityananda also, along with the mantra. These few, 1 or 2 brains doesn't understand the Rudra, in the traditional Rudram itself there is a word Nityananda. It's a name of Shiva. It's name of Mahadeva. And I was just seeing. And another one funny thing is, I did not even remember or listen, it is my name, because I was in such a deep samadhi. Never feel, that's my name. And there are few intelligent guys, maybe who had the click or initiation, who had that gratitude or the love. I saw the more they heard that word, they were able to feel more and more connected, because, understand, the experience with the master will intensify your true devotion. Usually, master is used like an object to create devotion in you. Many of our disciples come and tell me, Swamiji, only after I felt connected to you, only now I feel connected to all the puja, rituals, tradition and everything. Till then I never had connection with all those things. All those things people used to do, I go there like a ritual. Only now it makes sense